I remember the forecast being a little tough, and it's not for the reasons synoptically or from a computer model standpoint. It was because it was early to mid March. Temperatures were in the 70s, and everybody's already thinking spring. They moved along from winter. And now, as the storm started building up, you could see it early in the week on the models. I think a lot of people take it with a grain of salt, but eventually, as the day goes by and the message continues, everyone got the message, understood it was going to be something unique.
There was a blizzard watch issued for Georgia in March. Is this something that ever happened before?
Not that I can remember. Something that really got your attention because you can start understanding the scope of what you're dealing with a storm like this moving in. The total drifts we had here in Chattanooga were around 2 to 3 feet, which is never before seen around here.
What was it like to drive in that?
It was something I'll never forget. I had an old Jeep Grand Wagoneer at the time, and I loved that thing. It had high clearance, and I found myself going down the middle of the road. It took a longer than usual time, about a couple of hours that would normally take about 15 minutes.
What's it like to cover this thing at the station?
We just basically kept a 24-hour scenario going as long as we could. A lot of the city was losing power. And in fact, our station lost power. We had to do our newscast outside. So I had an old map from the 1970s and a marker, and I had to draw the weather as you would, back from 20 years prior to provide the forecast. But it was so cold. It was a 6 o'clock newscast. Temperatures were in the teens. You're standing there in the snow up to your knees. But that is one evening newscast I will never forget, and I'm still shivering thinking about that one.
As a meteorologist, as a forecaster, what did you learn from this?
I learned that anything is possible. And people ask me, could this happen again? And I often say, well, if all the ingredients came together at least one time in history, it's bound to happen again.